Mistress Pulin of Sarnia is accused of aiding and abetting the Red Templars in the Dales. She sold a quarry to them for a handsome sum. They used the quarry to grow red lyrium by enslaving townspeople. The only extenuating circumstance, Mistress Pulin was procuring supplies to keep the remaining townspeople fed.
Good intentions don't negate a debt or a crime.
My crime was misjudgment. The land sale was meant to bring prosperity in hard times.
Surely it was clear you were selling to the enemy.
We were starving, and they told me they'd reopen the mines. Selling the quarry so hastily was a mistake. I did what I could to rectify it.
As a noble of the Free Marches, I have right to goods won in battle against forces hostile to a sovereign crown. I hereby invoke our treaty with Orlais and claim your earnings for House Trevelyan.
By the Maker, I've never heard of such a treaty. This is preposterous.
What can I do for you, Inquisitor?
What do you need? Perhaps you could ask Sarah. What do you wish to know? Elvenan was the Empire. Imagine beings who live. Some trade freely with you. They cling to memory. Much of it is more subtle. A legacy from... But as I said, magic. Some would use daggers in secret. They always succeed through power. It must have been beautiful. Yes? The fate of this world depends on... The fate of this world...
Something you need?
Inquisitor?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing, I know what the game entails, but the indifference to it all.
Showing interest reveals weakness, something nobles are quick to exploit.
No doubt you're right. The Chantry can be the same. Their politics are less extravagant, but just as heated. The Empress rules a country. The Divine influences half a continent.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
You've mentioned siblings. With everything that's happening, do you know if they're all right?
I've received word from my eldest sister. She was always good at tracking me down. South Reach has experienced the same chaos as everywhere else. My family is fine. Pray they remain so.
Your sister tracked you down? She didn't know where you were?
I let her know I was in Haven. She assumed I survived. It's not the first time. I may have neglected to tell her when I was transferred to Kirkwall.
Why?
I wasn't in a good state. I wanted only to leave. I received an angry letter about my disappearance 2 years later. For all her reprimands, it was a relief to hear from someone who knew me before the Blight.
You still regret the man you be...
Knight Commander Meredith's methods were harsh,